I'm a 36M, divorced, dad to an amazing 7-year-old girl. I split custody with my ex 50/50ths, and for the most part, things were civil until she got remarried about 2 years ago. Her new husband came with a daughter from his previous relationship, same age as mine, and ever since then, my ex's whole thing has been about blending families in the most forced way possible. I didn't mind at first. I get it. She wants the girls to feel like sisters. But things started getting weird. Like, she tried to have her stepdaughter attend our daddy-daughter event at school by telling the teacher she had 2 dads now. Or she tried to update our daughter's emergency contact forms to list her husband as the primary. Without telling me, I spoke up about it, set clear boundaries. She'd always brush it off with "you're being dramatic," or "you're jealous I've moved on." Nope, I just don't want our daughter's sense of family getting messed with. Anyway, fast forward to this past year. My daughter's birthday was coming up. She asked for a party at my place with just her friends, cake, pizza, and a movie night. Nothing wild. I planned it, sent out invites, coordinated with her school friends' parents. Kept it chill, just the way she wanted. I even asked my ex weeks in advance. "Hey, you good with me doing the birthday party at mine this year?" She said, "Of course. You do what you want. She's your daughter too." Cool. All set. Then, the day of the party arrives. We got balloons, cupcakes, friends showing up, music playing, kids are having a blast. About 20 minutes in, doorbell rings. I check the security cam, and there she is. My ex, her husband, and the stepdaughter, dressed up with a present in hand like it's her party too. I open the door and step outside. "Hey, what's going on?" She smiles, that fake one I know too well. "We're here for the party." "Yeah, no. This is our daughter's birthday. She didn't ask for a joint party. She loves her sister. She'd want her here. We already talked about this. You said I could do the party alone." And then she hits me with, "My daughter comes first. I'm not going to exclude her just because you're petty." I blinked. "Your daughter? She's not our daughter." That's when her husband starts posturing like I'm being cruel. It's about family, man. So I smiled, took a deep breath. All right. I stepped back inside and locked the door. Party continued. Music back on. Kids didn't even notice. But the camera on my porch? That caught everything. 2 full hours of them pacing, ringing the bell, trying to peek through windows. At one point, she even tried to yell through the door, "She'll hate you for this." She called the cops. Yep. Police show up. I step out, show them the custody agreement, the text thread where she agreed to let me handle the party. Officers said it was a civil matter and asked them to leave. She tried playing victim, but the cops weren't buying it. They walked her off the property. Stepdaughter crying. Her husband fuming. Meanwhile, we had cake, games, and movie night inside like nothing happened. Next morning, I sent the full footage and report to my lawyer. A week later, we filed for a custody modification based on her disrupting custodial time, attempting to force non-custodial kids into events and trespassing. She tried to spin it in court like I was jealous of her new family. Claimed I was trying to erase her stepdaughter from my daughter's life. Judge wasn't having it. "There is no legal relationship between your stepdaughter and this child," he said. "You cannot force integration where there is no consent." Boom. Judge gave me full say over birthday and special event planning and ordered that any non-custodial guests, like her stepdaughter, need written permission from both parents. Also gave her a warning for trespassing and interference with parental time. She left court visibly shaken, but I figured that was the end of it. Nope. A few weeks later, I get an email from my daughter's school counselor. Apparently, during family week, my daughter said, "Mommy says I don't need daddy anymore because I have a new daddy now." The school flagged it. And get this, my ex had also tried to change my daughter's last name at school to match her husband's, without telling me. That right there? Huge legal issue. My lawyer fired off another motion. Court again. Judge this time was pissed. "You attempted to change this child's identity without joint consent," he said. "That's not miscommunication. That's fraud." She backpedaled fast. "It was symbolic. I just wanted her to feel part of the family." Judge wasn't buying it. He ordered her to stop trying to change records and, get this, granted me primary custody for the next year. She got weekends only, plus co-parenting therapy and restrictions on her ability to make decisions without written consent. She left court quiet, but she couldn't leave it alone. She started smearing me in our local parent group. Burner accounts posted vague warnings about vindictive exes. Someone even wrote a fake Yelp review about me being hostile at public events. I tracked the IPs with help from a legal contact. 2 linked back to her devices. My lawyer dropped that info in court for a harassment claim and filed a request for a restraining order. Temporary one was granted pending review. And at the next mediation session, she shows up fake crying, saying she misses the version of me who used to be kind. I looked her in the eye and said, "I didn't change. I just stopped letting you walk over me." Mediator slid over the report from her parenting counselor. It was bad. Words like emotional manipulation, guilt tripping, and triangulating behavior. Her face? Pale. She asked to step out early. Oh, and it gets better. A few months later, the stepdaughter's real dad reached out. Apparently, she tried pulling the same mess on his side. Had the girl calling her new husband daddy, tried to adjust custody schedules to blend their time better. He wasn't having it. Filed for his own custody adjustment. Guess what? He won. She lost majority custody of the stepdaughter too. So now, she's stuck seeing both girls every other weekend. Her perfect blended family, social media, deleted. All the influencers she used to kiss up to, silent. She had to move out of their big suburban home and into a rental across town. And me? I got peace. My daughter smiles again. She's more confident, more relaxed. She knows her home is hers, not some weird battle zone of fake sisterhood and guilt trips. Sometimes she asks me, "Can I stay here more when I get older?" And I just tell her, "You'll always have a choice, but I'll always protect your space." Moral of the story? You don't win by yelling louder. You win by staying calm, keeping receipts, and letting people expose themselves. If someone's at your door trying to crash your kid's birthday with entitlement and chaos, just smile and lock the door. Bonus if you've got a security cam. If you made it this far, go ahead and subscribe. I promise no one's getting locked out, unless you bring your own drama to the party.